The Karen Crow Bears taking on St. Martinville last night at the Kiwanis Jamboree. CHS caps off an 11-play drive with a Kashmir Baptiste touchdown that tied at 6 for the 9-9 in the 2000. The Bears are making the move back up to Class 5A for the first time in 8 years. Karen Crow at the same time is looking to rebuild from an unusual 5-7 record in 2021. Now, Jamarcus, part of the reason Karen Crow fell apart last season was due to a rash of injuries.
A ton of them. That included their star quarterback, Jamarcus Caesar, but the senior who helped the Bears win a title 2 years ago is now ready to lead his pack once again. Karen Crow quarterback Jamarcus Caesar's junior year ended with heartbreak. Against Brother Martin, the junior tore his ACL, LCL, and dislocated his right knee and had to be carried off the field on a stretcher.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 5, Jamarcus Caesar.
When I was on the ground, I told my coach, like, wow, I can't play anymore. Like, it was a bad thing that happened to me.
We've known each other for a while, and it was rough to see him, man. It was hard to see him carried off in a stretcher.
Caesar finished just short of 2,000 passing and rushing yards combined.
Caesar keeps touchdown.
And watched the Bears finish the season 1-4.
I couldn't control it, so it's not that it was the end of the world. I mean, I knew I would be able to heal and be back. Once they said 9 months, I knew I would be back for the season.
One of Caesar's roots for inspiration came from a former teammate. Running back Popcorn Prejean tore his ACL after playing just 4 games in 2019, but returned to lead the Bears in rushing in 2020 on the way to a state title.
We did say stuff like, I could have a season just like him, bounce back and be better than how I was my junior year.
Instead of falling into a slump, Caesar grabbed his shovel and got to work. Through his rehab, Caesar continued to show up for workouts. And though he couldn't fully be a part of the sessions, his voice as a leader influenced his team to raise its intensity.
Mentally, he's really sharp, because when we would do 7-on-7s or that, he would be behind making calls and checks.
I've never really understood the meaning of showing up, and it influences your teammates to show up too.
Caesar hopes that a great senior campaign leads him to the next level. But in the meantime, his desire is to encourage someone else.
It's not the end of the world. Once you do get hurt, you do have a chance of coming back and being better.
Thank you, Jamarcus. Acadiana is no stranger to deep runs in the playoffs. The Rams have won the Class 5A state championship 2 of the last 3 seasons, and last year came up a game short of a 3rd trip to the Dome. But the 2022 path to a title will have a completely different road, as Acadiana is now considered a select school. Acadiana was the nightcap at the Kiwanis Jamboree tonight, facing Northside. It may be preseason, but Kevin Williams is already in mid-season form, looking like your daddy, boy. The C parts for this 25-yard touchdown. The All-Acadiana tailback is one of 14 starters returning for the Rams. Acadiana now embarks on a unique challenge, as they not only are hoping to win their 3rd title in 4 years, but a first select title, and that would only make the journey sweeter.
I'm excited about it. It's new teams, it's new competition, and I think it's just fun, like playing different teams and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about it.
It'll be a different teams in the playoffs. You know, just a different. I don't know about the format yet. It may be 32 teams, it may be less, but kids get to play at different venues, get to play against different teams that they hadn't in the past. You know, I mean, we'll be excited to play whoever in the playoffs, but we're not going to take it in a bad way, being in select.
As of now, 8 programs in the area have been designated to move from non-select to select. That includes every public school in Lafayette Parish, though Southside is appealing the decision. Meanwhile, Opelousas High and Ville Platte will also slide into the private school playoffs.
Lafayette and Notre Dame going at it in the Kiwanis Jamboree, and the Pios, Aiden Mouton looking deep for 6, but linebacker Deontay Champ says it ain't safe, coming up with a sack. The Lions got to the playoffs in back-to-back seasons for the first time since 06 and 07. LHS narrowly made the postseason with a 5-5 record and exited in the first round. The Lions bring back just 10 starters, meaning this team is extremely young. And that's why Cedric Figueroa is preaching alignment, assignment, and adjustment.
We need to show up and we need to give it our all, because the second we start going halfway and not really
and walking through what we're really supposed to be doing. We need to go full speed, and we can rear and put each other in the right direction.
Before the first year, like I said, we had a lot of guys that have played before. So last year, once again, we had some guys that didn't play that we had to catch up, and this year is the same. So once again, we're getting into that routine. This is the third year into our program.
Now, 3-5A is a super district in 2022 with 9 teams in the mix. Acadiana is again the favorite, but Karen Crow will be much tougher as a challenger. Also, Southside quietly gloated a 6-1 record in district play last year, and the Sharks are lurking. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and put out on a limb that Nish will not go winless in 2022.
I think that's a pretty safe limb. Staying in that same game, their opponent Notre Dame trying to get back to their championship ways. Quarterback Aiden Mouton will be a big key here. He finds Grady Falk for the first down. The Pioneers are a powerhouse program, but haven't won a title since 2018. Notre Dame brings back just 6 key starters, but are leaning on the leadership of their senior class. ND came 1 touchdown away from going back to the championship game, which is why there's a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, last season was pretty disappointing. We lost to St. Charles again, and it's motivating us like a lot this year to work harder and go farther into the playoffs. We could have easily won that game, but yeah, we're going to work harder this year and get better.
Notre Dame will look to reclaim the District 5-2A crown for the first time since 2018. But while LCA moves out of the neighborhood, a new contender emerges in Grand Lake, who went 10-2 last season and reached the 1A title game in 2020. You also can't sleep on Cody Geringer's and his Welsh Greyhounds, a dark horse contender.
Well, still to come, we visit with the area's nastiest defense from last year in Church Point.
Yeah, we also take a look back at our Super 16 list, as well as the new coaches in the area. We'll be right back after the break.